Anyway, so we've seen heroes banned so far that we were suspecting the basic unknown might not want to play against, and that is the DK and the Chen.
They still go with their Magnus.
They have gone with the Magnus again. Let's see if they can make it work this time. Gyro picked up by Burden. So we know that Arise loves Magnus. What didn't work last time? Do you think it was...
I like this though.
Why?
Because they have burst damage to follow up their OP.
Indeed.
So even early game, remember where you saw an Ogre TP out of the first smoke gank OP? Like, that won't be happening when a Skyrat drops the Mystic Flare on you.
So they've got the Wisp and they've got the Gyro. We've got Skyrat and Magnus.
This is also terrifying though.
Yeah, they banned Wisp. I think it was their first ban last time, so they obviously don't like playing against that. But
it's also basically, or Britain United play it very well. Like my nuts on the Wisp with the Sing Gyrocopter, like they usually run it in like an offensive lane.
Okay.
And that early game Rocket Barrage, just the uptime on it because you have so much mana with the Wisp tether. It's pretty crazy. Alright, they banned out Slark because usually what basically Unknown do, they pick Slark quite a lot. They usually pick a melee core like Void or Slark or PA or something like that to combo it up with the Empower, and that allows them, even if they're behind in the early game, to do significantly more damage than you naturally would.
Right.
5 seconds remaining.
So that's why they might even ban another one. Like, who would you know? Okay, so they banned Disruptor. That's their game plan. They actually do the Glimpse Skewer.
Right.
Is also a neat little trick.
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Bane very quickly banned, and now we're into some picks.
Yeah, against melee cores like Bane is amazing.
So interesting they banned Slot, because we were asking why aren't people picking Slot, and you say it takes too long to come online.
Well, when we interviewed Illidan, who in my opinion is like one of the best Slarks in the world, he said it doesn't get enough farm quickly enough.
Yeah.
Like, you're going for the Shadow Blade, which usually takes like 15, 17 minutes, and by that stage there's so much pressure on you that it might be too late. But that's where Magnus comes in with the Empower. It gives you that little kind of it's like having training wheels on Slark. Okay, now they usually pick their, like, this is a kind of different drafting style than we usually see basically Unknown do. They usually pick their Earthshaker and their support like straight away.
They're having a good think about this.
Okay.
Witch Doctor.
It's very good against a relocate from IO. You just instantly paralyze and cast and just bounces between them.
In fact, I think Witch Doctor against IO in any way really is just pretty legit, because you're going to have two targets to bongo off one another. Yeah, pretty good.
Also, Skyrat is very good against IO as well, because you have so much burst damage to blow him up. That's in teamfights, you want to focus the IO, not the guy he's tethered to.
See, look at that. Nikolai Nikolov.
Such a cool name.
Yep.
Shane Clark, that's the best you could do, Motherlick. Alright, let's see. Okay, oh god, I'm about to computer. Okay. Right.
Reserve time.
What's going on? You've got a big purple blob on your screen.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Oh, you clicked on the hero abilities.
Yeah, because when we casted TI, we used to...
We had to click on the abilities and show the little
single
movie.
Ability.
Yeah, we know them all.
Actually, hold on.
They're
Let's
quite
see if
old,
Weapus,
a lot of them, aren't they? So.
Weapus, can we see a Mystic Flare, please?
Show us the movie for Mystic Flare if you can, Weapus. He's not listening.
No, he can't. Okay.
Probably just left the screen up and gone to eat something, to be honest with you. So Burden here, they've got Gyro, they've got IO. What do they grab here? A Tony.
Yeah, it's pretty solid pick with IO, like the most standard you can go.
So it's kind of similar to the idea of them having the DKs being able to stand there and just welly things.
Yeah.
Tony can do the same job. Great push. Do you think that the reason this has become so popular, this idea of just mashing buildings down as fast as you can, why is that so in again? Is it the patch changes, or, I mean...
With the comeback mechanic being less.
And also, you get more money for buildings now, like the racks and stuff like that.
Yeah, the racks are worth a lot.
So it's way more worth it, right?
But it's also, you can take more risks, you know what I mean? But beforehand, like, people were picking these high ground defending heroes like Sniper and stuff, and there'd be just this little dwarf shooting you from the base, and it was awful.
I too still feel like he's not that different. Like, it's not like he's suddenly useless. Like, in that fight, he would have been kind of handy, actually.
Well, it's not so much the sniper itself. It's just the fact that if you died to the sniper, you'd give him so much gold because you had an advantage. Whereas this way, you don't mind dying if you're pushing racks. It's worth the risk. And Tiny IO is, like, Sing is amazing on Tiny. He usually goes for like a Blink Dagger and just roams around and just constantly applies pressure, which...
I mean, the scary thing here is if you're Skyroth or Witch Doctor here, you're going to get punched.
Yes.
Pretty hard, so it's going to be pretty scary for them.
Even Magnus, with the Tiny Blink, it's pretty terrifying.
At least he's got an escape of sorts, you can skewer away. But Witch Doctor and Skyroth are basically just standing there.
Yeah, they're
getting wrecked.
They're dead. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Nice.
But
Another great hero against IO Tiny. Just could lock them down when they relocate in, even channel up the epi before they come in.
yeah, baby.
But the gyrocopter Tiny IO, they have so much early aggression, whereas basically unknown when
And they've also got so much right click compared to basically unknown. Like Tiny and Gyro are going to do a lot of damage.
I think basically unknown they'd want to pick some. Like it's difficult to pick a melee core against Tiny as well. That's why I think the draft is so good for Burden because of the craggy. You know what I mean? You can't like 25% chance to get stunned on a melee attack.
And sometimes it seems like 100% chance.
It really does. So I guess PA or some sort of like crazy high physical damage could be their way out. Also Void would be a good pick for basically unknown. They have the Witch Doctor, they have the Skyrath.
Yeah. You can set up a lot. Epi goes through that. You know, you can channel Epi and get in there and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty big. RP to set it up.
The problem is
got potential.
The relocate is very good against Chronosphere. You know, you can always save the guy they go on.
Yeah. Yeah. I do feel like having a combo is great, but it's so hard to get it right. I mean, we saw in that last game the positioning of Burden. I mean, that RP came in and Singh just moved back just enough. Just knew how far to get back.
That's what they needed.
Okay.
So when you pick IO Tiny, you need someone to kind of get it going. You know what I mean? Like you're farming on your IO Tiny in top lane, and your Clockwork says, "Yo, I'm gonna go for this hook bottom," and you can relocate in on top, and then
tasty.
It's beautiful. Okay, they banned Silencer. Okay, so they don't want anything stopping their team fight.
I think that makes sense. I mean, if they can't cast spells, they're literally just standing there. So yeah, that's a pretty good.
I think Burden United should ban Void here. I think I'd be surprised if they didn't. Because that's like the one hero I see here that could actually screw them.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely some potential there. So is this Tiny Wisp mid?
Yeah.
Gyro off. Gyro safe
and
Clockwork off. So.
Yeah.
I think Void would be a good ban here.
So
I mean, like you said, the PA, empowered PA is pretty scary. And like you said, gives her a little boost early on before she gets her farm. They ban the Jug instead. So let's see if basically unknown go for this Void that Shane heartily recommends.
No pressure, Rise.
Yeah.
Don't let me down. It's offlane sanking.
Yeah.
I guess it's only against a dual lane from Gyro and +1. So it's not too bad.
I don't personally like it, but I think that with the core stick, he can sort of set things up
it's actually really annoying.
Yeah.
I played against it the other day, and you don't realize it's still on you, and then you just take a lot of damage, and you're like, okay.
Okay. So, I think that's interesting. He's going to chew people up if he can get to them, but they're picking an Ursa into a Clockwork, which isn't really a matchup that I like because he can just hold him up.
And they still have a support to pick as well, so like there's a lot of stuff they can kite.
Yeah.
That explains the Bane ban actually. Shadow Demon could be pretty good. There's a lot of supports that could.
Not so sure about that pick, but we'll see.
10 seconds
Maybe they got something planned. That's going to be.
They kind of need someone to zone out the Sanking as well.
Yeah.
Reserve time.
Maybe Shiva sees her Venomancer. She's been excited for that a lot. Maybe it's Crystal Maiden.
Oh, it's Maiden.
She equally happy.
Wow.
Shiva called it.
She called it. She called it.
Come with me. Pre-CM. So it gives them that early lane kind of dominance.
Right. But even then, I mean, she can go to the jungle and Gyro can just sort of chill, basically, can't he?
Yeah.
And off we go.
I don't think you want to give relax on the Sanking too much, though, on the offlane at the same time. Alright, so I'll introduce basically unknown. Starting off with Stomanen on his Witch Doctor. Now this, Ted, you'll be proud of this Witch Doctor.
Okay.
He gets some serious death wards off.
I'm looking forward to it.
Arise on his Magnus.
Yep.
Nico Baby on the Ursa Bear. Pure Evil on his Skyrath Mage. And then in the top lane we have Relax heading up there on the Sangkungen.
We've got Paris on the Clockwork. We've got Necroman on the Gyro. Come with me on the Crystal Maiden. My nuts is a literal nut, and Sing Sing on the Tony.
Yeah, you should delete the S on his name.
Yeah.
My nut.
Just a single nut.
Okay, so Paris is going for boots first. He's got an early ward down as well. Let's see if they spot it. They
I
have
think
one.
that's.
30 seconds.
It's in an
to
odd position. Like it's kind of.
But he's literally just terrified of being ganked. That's it.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Okay, so I think if
He's got to be careful not to get cliff skewered there. That's the saddest thing to happen.
I don't know, especially against a Rise. Like no one's coming to contest this rune. Like it's.
Like he's like, try it. I know all the spots.
Okay, so Relax actually, that's very nice from Relax, getting rid of that lane ward straight away.
The battle begins.
Kind of give him a lot more space in the lane.
A bounty which my matriarch will prize.
Okay, so Ursa with Empower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow, come with me. He's gonna get this. Little punch with the potatoes.
Get clawed. Come with these items as well. He's giving it all to the team.
Yeah.
Look, he has the 3 tangos.
But I do think with Maiden, it's actually, I mean, A, that's her job, but B, you know that you're going to be able to pick up a little bit of farm with the jungle and stuff, so it's pretty cool. So it's actually going to be Gyro and Tiny here mid, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Gyro and Wisp. And off lanes, Clockwork obviously, and then it's going to be the Tiny.
I kind of like this actually.
And the Maiden, yeah.
Make sure that Sing Sing gets like complete farm.
Yeah, it's also much easier for the Gyro to farm it up, I think.
He can harass Magnus more with,
yeah,
with
really,
his flat
really
cannon
give
and
it to him.
Yeah, it's really nice. In the bottom lane though, it's... I don't know, I think if Ursa gets a lot of farm, he can be one of the most terrifying things in the entire...
He absolutely can, especially once you get things like a Basher and stuff like that on him. He can really just... He's almost guaranteed it's done, right?
Yeah.
And he can do a ridiculous amount of damage. Someone like Gyro doesn't particularly want an Ursa up in his face. So this could be real trouble for Relax. He might just live 23 hit points he was down to. And he has a salve, luckily for him, so pops that and he will be back in lane.
It's pretty... Like, getting that early salve out on the Sun King just gives
that's
him,
big.
Yeah. Especially when he goes Burrow Strike first.
I mean, the thing is, the offlane Sand King, it is going to be kind of tricky for him because you know that if your Sandstorm is basically useless. Crystal Maid's going to hold on to that ward. If you try and go, she's gonna find you and you're going to die. Like Gyro's going to be perfectly placed to just gun you down. It's going to be tricky.
Okay, let's see what Stunmanon and Pure Reaver are up to. They're just kind of stacking camps at the moment. Trying to get a bit of... They can clear them quite easily with Ursa with Empower. Like, very quickly, actually.
Yeah. God, that range creep is really giving it to Crystal Maiden. So Sing Sing, what do you get here first item on him? Like, I mean, first big item.
I think usually
against
just...
Unknown.
He could go Midas. It's possible. Like, I don't know. I don't think you want it though. Like, judging from the last game, you know that if you pressure basically Unknown early, they're gonna...
Yeah, they didn't seem to be able to deal with
exactly,
it.
Yeah. So maybe finish Treads and then get Blink. And then just go around and kill everyone.
Just run at him, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what he excels at. Sing Sing is like crazy aggressive.
Yeah.
Alright. I really like that Burden United can swap up their roles a good bit. You know what I mean? Like they had Sing Sing in the off lane last game. Now he just goes safe lane. They put the Gyro mid on Necroman.
I know there's a lot of talk about whether that means that you don't have players who are like the best at one position. Like, you know, some players who just play that position to the T. Wow, Paris could be in trouble here, but he's able to back it up. Or do you just think it means that they're more
flexible?
More flexible.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when...
So there you go, look. Oh, come with me gets the first blood on the Sand King. Easy peasy.
He's going to go for a Midas, do you think, Ted? I've seen him do some greedy stuff on support. Like, he was playing Avenge and he went Manta, like, Ags, all this kind of stuff.
Wow.
Like, he is...
Like, honestly, if you can get it, why not?
Exactly,
I mean,
yeah.
It makes sense.
You gotta risk it to get the biscuit, Ted.
You do indeed. That biscuit must be risked for it.
And look at these stacks in the jungle as well. Dear Jesus.
Oh god, yeah. God, they're so like they never miss. I miss stack all the time.
And they get both of them. We'll watch him get both of them.
Yeah.
Dead. Right. So, wait. No, he's not actually. Is he gonna? He just attacked it randomly. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
That is pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that. No. That was amazing.
So he just tether pulled the creeps.
Yeah, so he attacked the creeps, aggroed them, and then tethered his creeps mid, so the aggro changed to the
So that's an
creeps.
entire wave lost.
Yeah, that is huge. That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that. That would have been on Reddit somewhere, I'm sure, if that had been something I'd seen before. Wow.
All right.
Well, that's interesting.
It's really amazing when you see people like manipulate the creep waves in that way.
Yeah.
Like in Dota 1, when people figured out they could pull, like, it was like mind
Was that
blowing.
like groundbreaking
Yeah,
stuff?
it was. Yeah. All right.
So Necroman's just basically taking control of mid. 28 last hits. Arise only got 15.
He's still like the Rise just goes straight for this blink now. So basically, Unknown's kind of easy enough to predict. Like when they see a Rise is missing from mid, they know he has his blink dagger,
Right.
and he's smoked up going to kill somewhere.
Yeah.
So if Burden United play around that well, it's going to be hard. Like, compare that to say the Wisp who's mid. He can rotate top with a nice rune, maybe give a bit of speed bottom to get a kill on with Paris. Like they're way more flexible in the draft. All right, let's see what's happening here. So
Witch Doctor is wandering around,
just having a little,
checking out these
having a
stacks. He's like,
goose.
guys, check this out. There's stacks here.
That's a really nice play from Sman, just slowing down them stacks.
Yeah.
Maybe slow down Sing Sing's blink dagger a bit. He's gone phase boots on Tiny. Just
I mean, if he's farming, his farm is going well, why not get that? I mean, it'll help him farm quicker, and you never know. I like phase boots on Tony.
yeah, it gives you so much right click damage when you get that grow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Phase as well.
I mean, he's hitting for over 100 already.
Oh man, this game is very passive again. It's
Yeah.
very similar to the last game where
It is.
both teams just chill for a bit, and then once they get like one item, like they get mana boots or they get mech or maybe a blink dagger, they just go ham.
But I kind of feel like, again, Burden are kind of happy for it to be this
They
way
are, yeah.
because their heroes, as the game goes on, if the game goes on, they're going to be scarier.
I think there'll be a Roche fight as well, which might kick off. Like when you have Ursa on your team, I think it's that Roshan is always an issue. You know what I mean, for the other team.
And look at this. So he pulls a creep, so he can now pull down and get, what is that, 4 or 5 stacks of creeps? That's unbelievable.
That is some amount of farm.
Oh my goodness.
Now with this, he'll have nearly drums.
This is just like knowing timings and everything just perfectly and just doing it.
So the man knows Witch Doctor might be in a lot of trouble here. Come with me, doesn't have enough mana.
Walks past the fight and
Oh,
creeps.
he needs 115 mana. Teddy's getting close. He's
Yeah.
got it.
Here
Oh,
it comes.
Jesus.
There's the freeze. Sing Sing's just going to waddle up. Is there bongos? He doesn't have the mana for it.
He's trying to get the combo. Yeah, nice combo.
There it is. And that's a dead Witch Doctor. What was he doing there anyway?
He was warding.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Sand King said, "Here, mate, I'm not going back top. You can have it."
Go for it.
Oh, or P.
RP catches Necroman.
nice.
They will skewer him back to the tower. Is there another stun coming in here?
Oh, nice kill from Arise.
Yeah, Sand King. Actually, Sand King picked that up with the Sandstorm. Cheeky little Sandstorm taking a kill. But so Arise got a kill with his first up.
That's
either,
huge.
Which is good for him. Yeah.
Pre-blink dagger.
Especially on Necroman, that's really big. Good setup from the Sand King. I think that's what they needed. That's what they lacked actually in the last game, and that's why I think someone like Sand King is a bit better for this than
just get
Crockle.
something going. Like you know what I mean, get an early kill, put a bit of pressure on Burden United. Because
I mean, I feel like if you set up purely to defend against their sort of death ball, they don't really have anything to worry about from you in an aggressive sense. So we were talking about, can they defend high ground? If that's your go-to strat, it's like, can we defend high ground? I'm thinking like, you guys you got to set out your own stall. You got to try and set something up yourself. Paris desperately wants to hit 6 and go and kill this Skyrath, but
oh crap! I actually didn't think about this. Maybe if Sing Sing gets the Shadow Blade, like the upgraded Shadow Blade, he can turn off Ursa's Fury Swipes.
Oh god. Oh, Paris in all kinds of trouble. Roche will take care of it. That's I love Roche's animation for punching someone. Swats down the clock, and that's a nice self-deny.
Alright, so Sing Sing's, I guess he's going Blink Dagger. And once he gets the Blink Dagger, it's just going to be scary town for basically Unknown. They have very little ways to deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Witch Doctor and Skyrath and pretty much Sand King as well are going to blow up when he does a combo on them.
They're all pretty shocked. And it all depends if can relax, like hide and farm a Blink Dagger while there's a Tiny running around killing everyone.
Well, he needs about 900 gold. It is tricky, because once the Tony gets a blink, he knows where he wants to go. There's a Witch Doctor, punched in the air and just instantly dead. I mean, there's nothing you can do.
First use of the Blink Dagger kill. Let's see how many times, like how many rotations he gets that he gets a kill with.
That's one. Arise has his blink. He's going to go back and get everything. full mana, full bottle, and then try and go get kills with this. He did get a kill with the RP prior to getting Blink, so I think it would be great if he could get another kill once he's got the Blink. That's what he needs.
Okay, so he might buy his patented smoke. The smoke Blink.
The thing is, like you said, he's bought his smoke. They now know what's coming.
Exactly, yeah.
They know he's going to be doing this, so they just need to be a bit more cautious, be a bit more careful.
They're going for Sing Sing now. This is a huge kill if they can get it.
Yeah, they need this.
Let's see how quick Sing Sing is at the Blink.
Where's Wisp at? I thought he might be near Gyro, setting up to... Oh, well, there they go. They do catch him in the RP.
Nice.
In comes the TP support as well. Sing probably going to go down here, tries to run off, gets a toss-off, but nothing.
That's huge.
And they get him.
That's what they lacked in the last game, you know, that first smoke RP, getting kill on, especially on the Tiny.
So that's 2 RPs and 2 kills for a Rise.
It's a nice track record.
That's what he needs. And a rune, nice. Is CLOCKWERK 6 yet? He is, finally, okay.
This is when you're, as Sky, you're pretty terrified.
Yeah, you are pretty terrified.
Look at the jungle though, look at... Relax is getting pretty close to... No, this is looking good for
yeah, this
basically
actually
unknown.
is. This really is looking good. Their rotations and their movement, they're getting kills with their spells. That's what they didn't do last time. Last time they were whiffing them or they just weren't getting kills, but... They've definitely got the potential here. You know, I kind of feel like the Chen was the one who was making...
It really was, yeah. It just a pain in the arse. Like.
Yeah.
Getting that, when they initiate on someone, they just have the hand of God to back them up. And
just gives you that time to get those rotations in and help. But now the thing is, if you go on someone, Wisp can relocate someone in to help out. So you're never really just going on one person. You're basically always going on a couple. But as it is, he's busy sending his balls into the Roshan pit and one into the river. Just
having a little scout, especially against Ursa. You always want to scout that push on. All right, let's see. So it's kind of more back to farming until we have
what has Ursa been up to all this time, by the way? We've just been sort of not focusing on him.
He TP'd top, got a bit of farm. Now he's closing in on a Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's going to be pretty scary, actually, for
that's
BU.
Very good. Like, when you have Wisp and you have a CM, that is actually, like, the most terrifying thing in the world.
Yeah.
A bear flying at you with a dagger in his hand. Like.
Yeah, there we go. So you've got a Blink RP and you've got a Blink Ursa, and then you've got a Blink Sand King as well.
We have a game.
Yeah, we do. Witch Doctor and Skyreth will be in the back, casting their ultis. So this is going to be something if they can land it. But Burden do have the potential. They got Tony and they got Gyro, and they've also got CLOCKWERK. If he can start the fight by taking out one of those like Witch Doctor or Skyreth, that could be really big. Or even just trying to lock down the Ursa while they deal with the Magnus. There's all kinds of potential here.
All
this
right.
next fight is going to be the
yeah, I'm just waiting for
really
it. Like, trying to look. Okay, so Rise is going top. He has his Blink Dagger. And they have Come With Me and Sing Sing. Do they have a TP? Yeah, they have TPs on Ursa. He's buying a TP right now. Cool.
Yeah, here he comes. So
look at this ward from the Dire Burden. Very nice.
That is. They knew he came from there last time. So now can they catch him? Well, they go and come with me. He does manage to get it off. Sing Sing gets a toss, but nothing else.
They still managed to get a kill, even though they predicted it. That's, they were trying to bait it and let Sing Sing go.
I think they were, yeah. But I kind of feel like if they were trying to bait it, then they should have had other you know, more people there. But Witch Doctor is getting called down upon, and they're out. Nobody died.
It's still very good for.
Yeah, this is going well for a basically unknown. Actually, every time they've and they get the deny mid as well. So Ursa, he's got his Blink. This is looking scary for BU.
Now all they need is
meaning Burden, of course. They're both BU, but yeah.
You can just say it's looking scary and then just be really vague. Yeah, BU's doing really well here.
Yeah.
Now, if they
what changed? What changed for unknown? Is it just that those early kills they got them this time instead of last time?
The smoke gang, the first smoke gang succeeded. The Sand King rotation the mid just to give Arise that little like pick up, you know, get close to that Blink Dagger earlier. Having supports that can do damage like Skyreth
Paris. Tries the cog save, but he just gets punched down. There's the relocate, though. In comes Necroman. This should be a dead Ursa. So much damage.
He slaps
the cooldown, but it's not needed. Relax coming in is lovely. Epi catches 3, but that Crystal Maiden ult does just too much damage. Ursa, Skyreth, and Sand King down. They did lose the Wisp. They did lose the clock, but Maiden was on point there.
That was a very nice fight from Burden, actually. I think killing the Ursa is pretty much the most important thing right now for them. If they can slow down his Roshan, like if it was the other way around, that's Roshan for basically
100%, yeah.
In that position in bottom lane, that's the riskiest place to take a fight for Burden United. But the confidence and the CM multi from Come With Me. Let's see, they've got a few stacks going on. Like, MAGNUS has been stacking camps all game.
Yeah.
Like, he must be sick of looking at the clock. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally all he does.
Yeah. But this is what they need. I mean, Necroman needs to be able to do this, just quickly grab items, and then suddenly for the next fight, because you know they're going to want to take it when RP's up, which is going to be any second. Oh, the cog save! But the RP will still be there. He didn't cast it. It got interrupted.
No, he just cancelled it.
No, when he went to cast it and got cogs.
Yeah. The second time.
The second time, yeah. The second time he obviously interrupted it. But. So now Paris is just still hanging it out there.
This is very dangerous position for Burden United to take a fight.
And now look at this. The tables have been turned.
Sing still just farming away. He has his TP and he has a blink, so he can TP in and start a fight if they needed to. So this Roshan is...
And this is good timing. So if they go to stop the Ursa Roshing, the rest of the team's going to be there to pile in.
Yeah.
And if they go to stop the tower push, Ursa's going to get the Rosh for free.
Oh my god, that's a free Roshan.
So he gets it, has his blink.
They gave a bit of experience to the supports as well.
Yeah, and there's a nice stun. Can they get Paris here? He's going to cogs any second.
Look at the rise in the sidelines.
Doesn't matter. Oh wait, maybe it does. He lives. RP catches 2. What can Relax do? He's just going to chill in the back here. Sing, Witch Doctor all doing a lot of work. Fantastic stuns. They're timing these perfectly, but the cooldown coming in as well. Nico Baby trying to go to town and come with me. I think, well,
they still have 2 blinks.
Yeah, they're going to back it up. So they lost 3 there.
Huge fight. Very well played from basically Unknown. Just right after taking the
Epicenter
Russian.
was just 5 seconds away. I thought he was going to bring that in, but the cooldown hadn't finished yet.
The Enrage on top of the gyrocopter ulti as well. It does nothing, like very little damage. This is looking great for basically...
Honestly, this Ursa ult is ridiculous. Like his damage reduction is, what is it, 80%?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's pretty nuts. But the thing is that I think Ursa needs something like that because he needs to be right in the mix.
The problem when you played Ursa was that people just walk away from it.
It was too easy to kite him and just nip at him. So once he's got his ult, at least you're going to have to spend a lot of time killing him. He is going to get to you eventually.
Okay, so they're still stacking away. Like, Gyro's closing in on this BKB.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty huge. But the team fight of basically Unknown is very powerful.
It is. It is. Really strong.
Let's have a look at the
The thing is,
wards.
they've got those series of stuns that you need, I think. You need, like, a big RP, and then a Sand King stun, then Ursa comes in, and then Witch Doctor comes in. Like, that's exactly what they need.
Compare the Sand King this game to, say, the Kotl last game.
Absolutely.
You know?
Like, the impact difference is ridiculous.
Or even Skywrath and Witch Doctor. They just have so much more to give to the table.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, if Ursa gets his BKB, this could be pretty scary for
this really could.
Okay, let's see. Like, this is the time when Ursa is the most powerful. They don't have any Force Staffs, they don't have any Ghost Scepters. You know, they have the Clockwork to kite him.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it, you know what I mean? They don't have much ways of dealing with him. So if he gets early BKB now and just goes on the supports, or even on Sing or...
I mean, they need the clock to basically try and just pin the Ursa down, just long enough for them to blow someone else up. But it is very difficult, and it does mean basically Clock is going to probably die.
Yeah, he's shagged.
Yeah. Look at that dip. So there's Burden given time to farm, took up a slight lead, but that last fight, Barely Unknown, really pulling it back. I mean, you would expect with the number of stacks that they've had in the jungle for Gyro and everything, you would expect Burden.
Yeah, you do not want to let Burden United farm.
They've got the items they need. They've shown they can win a fight. They need to go and do that now.
It's the 10-second BKB fight though. This is a terrifying fight to take if you're basically Unknown.
Yeah.
And relax on a Sand King.
You know someone's coming, so Sand King's going to go and hide here. If they can get a big RP here, they've got the epicenter on top of it.
It's 5 people in the bottom lane from Burden United.
Do they go on this? I don't know if they do.
It's a level 2 epicenter. It does a lot of damage.
It would do a lot. If they keep going,
they still have 2 bottle charges on Wisp and BKB on Gyro.
So they're going to just swap, I think. They're going to trade this. So they're going to take the top tower or try to.
If you're Burden United, though, you're happy with this. You've got the IO Tiny, you know, like trading towers is fine at this stage of the game. Especially when they have such a crazy team fight, you know. Like this way, they don't have to risk the ORP, they don't have to risk the...
See, but look at this lane ward that they've left behind, so they know that lane ward, the Crystal Maiden's popped there. So if the Sand King tries the old sneaky peek around the back, he needs to be careful.
It's a strange trade for basically Unknown. They don't even want to fight at all. I think the Gyro BKB is scaring them. But like,
they think he's gone south. Oh, there's the relocate. Is it going to catch him? No, he's able to stun away. Ooh. Can Tony catch him? Tony's quick.
The ball's revealing.
Yeah, the balls. There it is. He turns and accepts his fate. Brave.
What a man. That's
RP catches Paris. Immediate TP support, but look at this. The RP and the Scarf can do so much. Necroman tries to come in, but Arise is able to
so
get
close
out.
to getting them.
Yeah, he was like an inch away.
No, that's the Skyrap pick was really good in my opinion. Like pure evil.
Because they need to. They know they're going to get in there, get an RP on someone, blow that person up, and then get out.
And it even allows just Arise and Pure Evil just to roam on their own. Whereas beforehand, with their the Earthshaker kind of combo, they needed all 5 members of their team to actually kill someone.
Yeah, but as well, if they don't blow that person up, they're going to get relocated on as well. So they've absolutely got to blow them up. And Scarf doing that, absolutely doing that.
All right, let's see. How's the old net worth?
Sing Sing's getting pretty close.
Yeah. Gyro's still with them stacks, still flying ahead in net worth.
God, yeah, look at that. He's only about 600 up on the Ursa though.
I think this next
Roche is obviously gonna. I mean, that's the thing. Ursa can get the Roche.
Yeah, but the next Roshan's gonna be a Ted, I think.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big one.
Huge point in the game, and both teams are kind of playing quite passively. Necroman. Oh, he's going for looks like a halberd maybe against the Ursa.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, it's very nice. Because they know they're not worried about the late game. They're just worried about getting there. Let's see, and having them anti-Ursa items is pretty huge. Like Ghost Scepters, Force Staffs, even Evasion. What a blink. Dodging the hook from Paris. Alright, let's see. Okay, this fight is pretty... Oh, Rice has an Invis rune as well. That'll allow him to get into a better position for that OP.
Yeah, that's big. Can sneak around the back.
Yeah, look at him, sneaky beaky. Yeah. They've quite a lot of sentries everywhere.
Needs to be careful.
That's a Radiant.
I think Nico Baby's trying to just coax them in.
Look, come with me. The balls on this lad, like. Just walks up and frostbites this bear, like.
Yeah, that's pretty ballsy. Arises around the back.
Sing Sing with his Ags.
He's biding his time. He's going to get a. He's waiting for the perfect RP. This really could be too loudly dead. They're all spaced out. Yeah, he knows the absolute limits of the vision. Necroman going in on Nico Baby though.
He doesn't have an Aegis. He just kind of look at. They know. Burden United know.
I think I saw a ping. I think I saw a ping. They were just saying, "Be careful. You never know." Because they know he's missing. So
he was on
he's
like
around
10% life, and they're like, "We're not going on that. We're not touching that," because there's a fucking rhino somewhere.
Yeah.
Coming in.
Wow. So nothing came of that. That's kind of a shame. I was all G'd up.
Yeah, like Dave and Amber ended up.
But instead, I mean, I think Burden did that really well. They were patient. They didn't take the bait, even though they've got heroes who desperately want to.
Yeah, Clockwork and come with me apparently.
Yeah. But instead, see if they can. Maybe they're going to go look for a pick here, or just take their jungle.
Every fight that basically don't take though, leaves Burden United ahead.
Yeah.
Like, because you can always stack, you can split push, you have a gyro and a
tiny farm so fast, yeah.
Like the network's slowly going to go up with both carries on Burden United.
Ursa is actually maintaining that lead over the Tiny, and he's staying in touching distance with Gyro. But you just feel that one bad fight, and all of a sudden, all the Ancients, all these stacks are gone, and Gyro's accelerating away.
Also, what items Gyro goes like he's gone for the evasion, so he's going to be way harder for Ursa. Like Ursa's miles away from even building a.
Oh wow! I think Sing Sing might be able to catch Relax here, but no. So he's got too many ways to escape.
The Force Blink is a really nice combo on any.
Come with me, just trying to find it, but yeah. So he's got Force Staff, Blink, and Burrow escape. That's like half the friggin' map.
Okay, let's see if. I think basically Unknown are in a position where they have to push.
Yeah.
You can't just let the game go on. You've already lost your 2 towers bottom.
Also, I mean, look, when we were talking about when things were going well for them, was when they were making those moves, getting an RP, blowing someone up, getting an RP, blowing someone up. They do need to keep that up. Maybe I mean, Come With Me is all on his own up here.
It's out of stock. No smokes in stock for them. It's a difficult position. Like, Relax is definitely trying to create a bit of...
Yeah, he's trying to find him.
Come With Me is actually going for that Midas.
Makes sense.
Oh, he can stop it. What is? Oh no!
Oh, why didn't he just?
He wasn't looking at the screen. Yeah, he wasn't looking at the screen.
Wowie! He just walked straight into it. Yeah, he'd obviously looking somewhere else on the map.
Having a look for wards, that kind of stuff.
Wowie!
Oh god. You think you're safe walking back into the darkness,
Yeah.
but there's a Sand King.
That was a nice catch from the Sand King.
Very nice play.
Meanwhile, Paris got a 4-staff. That's great. He wants to be able to cogs the Ursa and get out, basically,
Yeah, put him in a cage and then leave.
and run.
Dire's middle tower
Oh.
is under
Oh, the
Yeah,
cogs.
exactly as you
there
said,
you go.
Ted.
Cogs him and run. You know he's not going to be able to just punch you down. He's going to maybe eat some cogs on the way out, and you can just. It helps to
Sing
kite him.
Sing.
Sing Sing. That's a lot of damage. Oh, he got stunned. He couldn't get the RP off. The Craggy. You've got to be kidding me. And Necroman will come in and clean up. They're trying to run away. Nico Baby's going to try and TP out. They're going to try and take down a Rise. Skyra throws his body on the line to try and distract them. Necroman can't get him. A Rise is going to be able to TP out. That Craggy can
That
fuck off, quite
Craggy,
honestly. That's
dear
ridiculous.
God.
Jesus.
That has to be one of the worst feelings in the world.
And they
Like,
lost the whole fight because of it.
It was also Sing Sing on his really nice timing on his blink.
Yeah, he was right there.
Like the Ursa didn't have a chance to get his BKB or his Enrage off. So he was kind of just already on 20% life as the fight started. So really nice play from Sing Sing as well.
When's Roche up? Roche can't be long, right?
No, it should be up in...
Yeah. So what they wanted to do was really win that fight maybe a couple of minutes later and be able to get that Roche.
Huge. Alright, so the net worth's... Ursa's doing pretty
He
good.
really is staying in touch
Yeah, it's
really
because of that
well.
Empower. It allows you to farm so well.
Yep.
Having that cleave. It's like just an extra battle for you.
But I
just for
think
free.
this is good burden. They're going to go and quickly take all their jungle and then get out. That's smart.
Dire's middle tower is under
Alright,
attack.
let's see.
Now does Sing Sing steal some of these Ancients? He fancies it.
Yeah, he's gone for the Mask of Madness.
Why not?
So it's a
I
nice
do
pickup.
feel like if they can pin the Ursa back, they... Barely on them just don't have the right click. I mean, as the game goes on, it's going to become more and more important.
Especially with the evasion items coming
Especially
out.
once BKBs and stuff start coming out, it is going to be tricky. Oh, that's the
Midas
money room.
complete.
You've got to be kidding me. He's got a DD just when they want to go do Roche. Roche has just come up.
Come on, he's finally finished his Midas. He's chuffed with himself.
Nice.
I love the way we saw him going for at like 2 minutes into the game when he got first blood. And it's just like, I'm never stopping.
He's like, guys, I got first blood. I'm getting the Midas.
Okay, so the Roshan. Now this is basically unknown need this Roshan.
Yeah.
Like they want it.
DD tiny.
But with the Mask of Madness.
So do they know this is happening?
I think
They're looking for them in the jungle. They're
Yeah,
not
they-
going to find
like,
Sing Sing. They know he's
Nico-
on the lane. They must know what's
yeah,
up.
Nico aggressively blinked towards the tower. They know what's up. Like you'd never like blink into the darkness if
Right.
you didn't.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So with this, they can TP top, they can relocate in, and they can destroy people in the team fight. Like
I mean, the sad thing is I kind of feel like they would love to be able to fight them in there. You
Yeah.
know, you've got RP, you've got FP, you've got Witch Doctor ulti.
the cask alone.
And
even.
yeah, the cask is huge. But as it is, Sankin comes in, Paris! Ults at the moment he's stunned and is able to get out. The 4 staffs away. Nico is
Here's
stuck in the
Sing Sing.
cogs, punches his way out. Cooldown is going to whiff. Sing Sing's going ham on relax. They don't have reveal. My Nut's going to get punched out by Nico Baby. Nice Witch Doctor ulti in the back.
It's Aghanim's on Witch Doctor.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Where'd he get that from? RP catches 2. That's really big. Do they have the follow-up? Oh, the FP is glorious. They get the Aegis. CM just going ham in the background. Can Sing Sing get out? Gets the toss, gets an avalanche off. Nico needs to be careful. The cleave not quite
They have
there.
another stun?
I think they do.
Oh my
They're going to get Sing
God.
Sing. What a fight from Unknown there. Come with me. Get silenced. Is there another stun from Sand King? Come with me.
Oh.
He's just living. He's
What
dead.
a fight
I thought it
from
was a liver
basically
for a
Unknown.
second there, but no.
Holy
That
crap.
was incredible.
Stonemannon with a sick Witch Doctor ulti killing off the Clockwork, then the really amazing OP from Arise on the
Yeah.
2 BKB
Gorgeous.
duos, and then the BKB wore off, and then they've Sand King to back it up. Holy crap, what a team fight.
Dire's middle tower
Great Witch
is
Doctor
under
ulti as well. Right in the middle.
Yeah.
You couldn't get to him, and you couldn't get to the fight to go help
I
each
told
other.
you, Ted, he's a monster in
He
this era.
is,
like.
yeah. That was perfect.
Whew.
Perfect for Unknown.
They weren't afraid at all.
tower has
They knew what they were doing all game. Just wait. Okay, Sand King with that fight over has 3.2k gold. So that's like Veil.
Yeah, that's a Veil right there. That's like 2.5, I think, for Veil, more or less. So yeah, he'll get the Veil, he'll get something else.
He could even get like Hex if he felt it was necessary. Like for Blink Hex, it could be very good. Oh man, that was some fight. Basically Unknown are looking like that.
2,650. How much is Veil? Look it up. I've got it again.
2,700 and... Oh, they
25.
changed it, yeah. 20, that's a bargain.
It's a bargain. You'd be stupid not to buy
Yeah,
them.
don't be silly, Sand King. Invest in Veils. They'll be on the rise.
God, there's nothing like a good epicenter. Ugh.
Right,
So come with me has his Midas.
Yeah, you'd probably go Ghost Scepter or Force Staff just to try and deal with
Yeah.
it. Like when
Or
they,
Glimmer Cape. Do you get the Glimmer Cape?
Glimmer Cape's really good against Sand King and Skywrath. You know, if one of your cores is getting ultied,
Yeah.
just Glimmer them up.
Where's my pension?
Yeah, this is... It's very...
Paris is getting an Ags. Ags on clock is one of my absolute favorite Ags to get.
I think the Force Staffs from basically Unknown, like, or for Burden United, are huge.
Yeah.
If they can kite Ursa, if they can try and avoid the team fights and just play around basically Unknown.
But now, I think Belion then want to just go and fight. Is it basically I
Barely,
keep saying
you just
barely.
mixed both of them.
There's a bear on the screen,
Yeah.
Shane.
Dire's
It's
top tower is under attack. Dire's structures
It's
are
very confusing. No,
fortified.
I'm confused. I don't even know what they're called
they're
anymore.
both BU. You know, who really knows what's going on? But basically, Burden are.
Basically, Bird. Now you're
Basically,
confusing
Burden
yourself.
are. I wasn't saying. I want to use the word basically, but not in relation to basically unknown. So basically, Burden are on the back foot here, and basically
Radiant's middle
unknown
tower is under attack.
are going to try and take a fight.
Okay, so come with me. Aiming for that
Dire's
Force
top
Staff
tower
after his
is under
Midas.
attack.
Like Midas against
Radiant's
a
middle
team like this
tower
with,
is under
you know, an
attack.
Ursa, it's pretty decent because you can, even if you get killed, you still have the reliable gold to back you up. And they're looking for a pick top here. Maybe they get a nice a rise with a Shadow Blade. This is what he goes for every time. He goes Blink, Force, Shadow Blade, Refresher. So
Wow.
he gets the Shadow Blade so he can position himself for the
Right.
RP. Then like the Force and the Blink, he just plays with it so much. He forces, RPs, skewers, does all sorts of cool stuff.
So this is the Magnus we wanted to see last game, where he gets his start, gets his items,
Yes.
gets those kills with RP, and is able to then turn around and start doing stuff. I feel like he's rocking it this game.
Yeah,
he's
he's
all over
he's
it.
on point here.
Radiant's bottom
The thing is, honestly, I think everybody's played the heroes pretty well. It's been a fun game.
is
But
under attack.
Just a bit of like, how's it going? Hook there. Look at bottom lane. The
yeah,
Wisp
we were
Tanya.
checking bot.
Or the gyro.
They
IO.
were just giving a little bit of a split push there. So what you were seeing CLOCKWERK chucking out some hooks here.
Yeah, just trying to get trying to cancel
Radiant's
TPs.
bottom
Okay.
tower is under attack.
What does Tiny get next?
You can go
BKB.
BKB.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Just the
So
sheer
what
magic
is
damage.
this all about? Are they trying to catch someone walking out? They're going to try and catch
Yeah,
come
they're
with me.
going for the old bush gank with the Sang. They don't have a ward though, so they have to wait for creep vision.
This is bizarre.
It's pretty crazy, yeah. But if they do get a pick, what's a buybacks like? Okay, so Gyro has buyback.
Are they just going to TP out now?
Oh,
Oh wait! Oh, Skywrath! Come with me.
Nice.
That's blowed up.
This is good.
Yeah, this is. But in comes a lot of pain for Skywrath. So they get come with me, but he goes down in no time in response.
But if nothing else, you force the rotation from Burden United,
Yeah, I guess.
allowing your guys to farm up a bit more. I don't know. I think it's pretty like a heart now finished on Ursa. That's pretty huge.
Yeah. This is weird, this game, because you have these massive fights and then these massive lulls.
Yeah,
And then these
nothing
massive
happening.
fights. It's like, it's not like the last game where it was just continue. Oh, Relax could be in trouble here.
He's
Dodges the
he's a
cooldown. That
juker.
Force Staff is really, really doing work here.
He has
There's the
a stun, he has a stun.
Sandstorm.
Oh my god.
I think he's going to live.
He has 4.5k gold. He still hasn't decided what he's gonna go. He's,
He's
like,
just holding on to it.
he's browsing the shop. He's like, what can I buy for this? I can buy nearly 2 Veils now.
Please go spend your money. I don't want you to die.
I think Hex is the jam here. Go Hex and just lock down the tiny.
He's a little. He should be worried. There's the
He
hook.
definitely should be worried.
There's the
dead.
cogs. There's the Sandstorm.
He still has
Actually,
Force
Dodger-
Staff as well.
He's
Oh
just
my
wasting
god.
their time here. This is unbelievable. Blink will be up in a second. He's just waiting for that urn charge to wear
Oh,
off.
they put another
They're
one on
chucking
him.
more urn charges on him. He's got the Sandstorm. Oh, he's gonna. Oh wow. All right.
Look
well,
at bottom lane though. The space is
yeah, look
unbelievable.
at this. He just basically
Dire's
kited their
bottom tower
entire
has
team for
fallen.
like a minute. Gave the Ursa time to go get a tower. I don't know if that's worth it, but it was worth
No,
it for
trading
me
the tower
personally.
against. It's not bad. He didn't spend any of his gold though.
Yeah,
I'm still curious
he's
what
still
he gets.
basically got 4.5k.
Does he go for the Hex or
Dire's
the
bottom
Veil?
tower is under attack.
Kind of stuff. I think you need to go Hex against Sing Sing. Try and lock down the Tiny in the team fights. Just kite him.
I kind of feel like the thing with Veil is it's great, but it's another thing where against a team like Burden, their positioning is good. You're not going to catch enough.
Yeah,
of them, you know what I mean?
Especially
it's
when
like,
they have BKBs as well.
Yeah, it's like okay, you know, it's great. I mean, if it works because they've got loads of magic, but I kind of feel like the Hex would be, I mean, just one more stun. You know, just so much more useful, I think.
All right, so BKB finished
Ghost
on.
Scepter on clock, so he can just stand there.
That's huge.
Messing
actually.
up the Ursa all day and not really give a hoot. But he can still get blown up by the Scar, so he does need to be careful.
It's a very nice pickup against Ursa.
Yeah. Butterfly on Gyro. Glimmer Cape on Skyrath. All these items just like magically appeared. We think nothing's happening for 5 minutes, and all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, we've been farming like crazy.
MAGNUS is constantly stacking camps with the Wisp, like allowing them to farm so much. Like.
You said Witch Doctor had Ags, right?
Yes, he does.
That's probably one of my favorite Ags in the game as well. He's only level 11 though, you know.
Yeah, level 11 ulti is enough, I think, with their team fight to do 120 damage per second. It's 4 bounces, it's
yeah,
pretty
it's
legit.
pretty much to everybody, so yeah. If you get a good RP off into that as well, oh mama.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, so this is good from basically unknown.
Yeah, I think they've done
pressure.
well. They've done really well. I mean, it's a 35-minute game. It's only, what, 28 kills. So in that regard, it hasn't been, like, all action. But I think it's meant that we've had time for the game to sort of develop, and we see what items people are going to get, reactions to stuff, some nice kills and stuff. It's not just, hey, let's just be 5 guys and walk at people. This has been more like it.
Let's see. Sing Sing.
Yeah, he's got that BKB. Witch Doctor Blink Axe. Nice.
The longer the game goes on, though, the more pressure is on basically unknown. Like, if you lose a tower against Burden United, or if you lose a fight, that's tower's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you Wisp Tiny, you relocate.
They're trying to get that courier there, but I don't
and you can constantly split push. That's why they're trying to pressure them into coming to like fight us now. That's what we want to do.
So Roche is up in a minute. Do you think that basically Unknown try and draw Burden back to base defense here, and then maybe take a fight and go do Roche?
Yeah, that's pretty much their plan. But they don't really have any. I think they just want to fight them, like straight up fight them.
Yeah, there goes the hook.
He has to BKB.
Catches Nico. He's luckily he can still hit the tower. Sing Sing going in, doing some work to him. He's gonna back up, let that heart kick in.
Yeah, this is.
They do all come back.
So now they don't have hook.
Yeah, well, did he finish the axe? I don't know if he did.
No.
Witch Doctor and Sand King just chilling up here on the cliff. So now
he has blink guns to man, and oh my god, let's look for these amazing Witch Doctor ultis.
This is gonna be something else.
If Arise can skewer them just outside the trees.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like he can get him down on that low ground there, get his ult down there from the high ground. Oh, these cooks. Oh, but again,
he gets craggied on.
But I think he's going to be okay. Even with the corner, even with all this stuff, they're able to get away. The 4 staffs are really helping. Ursa is actually really, really tanky at this point.
Yeah.
So they managed to get a hook and a call down.
But think about Arise tanks the hook.
Yeah, Arise. He does eat it. Skewers his way out. Bongos don't bounce. They will not bounce. There is a BKB pot. So can they re-goose off this? Meanwhile, creeps take the bot tower. So this is when you basically want to go, hey, Tony, let's go. Relocate down there. Quickly mash the building.
They can just probably take range racks easily or melee racks if they wanted.
But Relax goes back. And
that stops all aggression, though.
Yeah.
That's very huge for Burn.
And they're going to go get Roche now. This could be risky.
This is the fight.
This is it. Can they catch out Necroman here? Ursa goes in. The cooldown goes down. He's doing a lot of damage. The Skyrath as well. Without that BKB, he's going to get popped. RP catches Sing Sing. This could be real trouble. Ursa going ham on Tiny. Witch Doctor ulti from the river. And Sing Sing's trying to run. Paris, he's able to 4-staff away.
God, they're just kiting the Ursa so much.
They really are. MAGNUS is able to tether past Roshan and away. I think if he got bashed, that would have been pretty unpleasant for him, but come with me, giving him the tree jukes. Nice hook.
Back up.
And the fish, and the, not fishes, sorry, the cogs. Witch Doctor, nice blink. Sing Sing gets the toss off on Nico Baby. Like you said, they're just kiting him. One of them punches him, then they just run away. Look at this.
Wait till the bear's not mad and then kill him.
Whoever he turns to runs away. That is a lovely epicenter though. That takes Sing Sing really low, but Relax able to get away. I don't know if he can live. Sing Sing blinks after him, but doesn't matter. He gets killed. by the Crystal Maiden.
It's so late in the game now.
It was a rocket flare. So
When you have 4 staff on...
That's it. I mean, basically, Unknown have just given up ROG.
Yeah, and the 4 staffs on Clock and CM just allow them to do whatever
They're
they want
huge,
against her. So,
yeah.
you know, you ulti and
But
everyone
look,
runs
he'd
away.
turn towards someone and they'd back off and the other
Yeah.
two come in and punch him in the back. It was
Yeah.
like a street fight. It's dirty stuff.
So street fights aren't fair like in the movies.
No. Not one of them fair street fights.
No 4 staffs. And this is cheese and Aegis. So MAGNUS with the cheese.
Yeah.
And like
Look at that.
Wisp probably the best cheese.
The thing is, you know, that graph
game.
makes it look like this game has been huge swings, but there's not actually been much in it. It's just
for
that basically every
$3
time
grand.
there's a fight, then someone gets a slight switch.
Yeah.
But even at 40 minutes, the biggest difference there was $3 grand because they've both been able to farm. Look at that. So those swings are actually fairly minor.
It's more can they land the OP so Ursa can actually hit people.
Yeah.
Because you know when you're doing a lot of damage, it's pretty important that you actually click them.
I kind of felt they managed to get the BKB out of the gyro. They're going to get this set up now, but they just couldn't. Ursa just couldn't get in there. Because as long as you keep, you know, screwing with his blink, he's basically going to get kited.
They have this duration of the...
By the way, Tony took the cheese there.
Really?
Yeah.
And they gave the Aegis a gyro, I guess. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. He has a lot of farm.
Yeah.
MAGNUS.
MKB and Butterfly. Holy cow.
Oh, they gave it to MAGNUS, okay, yeah.
Oh, they passed it
The
to
old
him?
swap
Okay,
cheese.
the old swapperoo. Yeah, makes sense. So what now for basically Unknown? What do they do?
The problem is the longer it goes, the lower duration the Black King Bar has, and the more you can kite them. So they need the OP. They need to lock people down. They need to lock down the supports.
He's
on
not far
Sun King.
from Refresher. I mean, I think if he can get 2 refreshed, you know, 2 RPs off, get a refreshed RP off, all they need to really do is get rid of Tony and Gyro, even just the Tony.
I think it's the other way though. I think they actually need to get rid of Come With Me and Paris, like because of their 4 staffs and because of the cogs on.
That's true, yeah.
Like, if you don't get both of them killed before your BKB, all of a sudden you have cogs in your way. You'll have the 4 staffs pushing them away.
Yeah, good point. That's what we just saw in that fight. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So it's also when you have MAGNUS with the cheese, it becomes even more difficult to kill anyone. Like you go on someone all of a sudden, and you have to BKB if you go on Tiny, because otherwise you just get craggy because you attack so fast.
Yeah, you're almost guaranteed to get craggy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of
This gyro hasn't taken a single level in Rocket. I kind of think even just one. Just chuck it out there. You know, just one.
Just 1 point. I
Just
think
one. Just for a free stun.
they like the stats.
Yeah.
Oh, Rise. Yes,
Necroman-
Aegis.
all
This is
kinds
what
of
we've seen
trouble.
again.
They're gonna he got blowed up. I wish Dr. O was doing a lot of work down the back there. So they pop the Aegis.
Oh, no!
He did miss it. I thought he cancelled it, but he did miss it. That's brutal. They need that RP. Can they take out the Wisp? They can. Cooldown is going to zone them all out.
That's not like a Rise at all.
Tony hasn't used his BKB yet, so he could go ham here. Real in trouble. Paris, though, he's able to force stuff out of the cogs, but Sing Sing doing a huge amount of work. Stuns right back into them. Grey Skewer gets Sing Sing down the cliff. He just turns and wafts his club at Skyreth, and he goes down. Nico has to run. He gets tossed. This is bad for them.
That damage reduction.
He might be able to live the damage reduction. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. He does get him in the end.
He turned to fight the
That
fucking
caster, look
stone
at
man.
that. Yeah, that did a lot of work. That was close. That damage reduction meant he basically didn't take any damage. But now look at this. Sing Sing, even without the Wisp, is going to be able to do a huge amount of damage to these buildings. That's a lane.
The Sun King got killed by Clockwork. Sun King used the Hex on Clockwork, but he already used Battery Assault, so there was this like pig chasing him with Battery Assault on.
Another skewer on Sing Sing. But the cooldown will zone them out.
God.
Oh, that waft. Just wafts a tree at him. Hook misses. Nico can't fight here. He's going to get kited to hell and back. And look, Necroman can stand outside the cogs. Paris pops the Ghost Scepter.
Oh, God.
So Ursa is just stuck. He can't do anything about Wish Doctor. Oh, he's going crazy. Look at that. It's like something out of Tron. Just laser beams everywhere. Absolutely ridiculous. Sing Sing
with the
turns around.
Regoose.
Nico in trouble. Nice hook. He's trying to punch his way out. He can't turn a fight. He goes down. Down for 98. Doesn't have buyback. Witch Doctor buys back to try and save these buildings. I don't think he can. Look how much damage Sing Sing does to the structures. That Rax is down. Oh, that's a fantastic RP. Catches all 3. Amazing skewer, full damage. In comes the Sand King, but Sing Sing's doing too much. It's just too much. Relax.
Stay
It's staying there. He hexes Sing Sing just to try to get him out of his home. Big toss!
Oh
and
my
he's
God.
down. Just the Witch Doctor left. They just couldn't kill the Tiny.
No, they use the RP, and then Ursa blinks in, BKBs, goes on him, and then after that, it's like, oh, I've already used my BKB, they're just going to kite me now.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, I honestly think that picking Ursa into Clockwork was a big mistake, because as long as Hook is up, no matter what Ursa
Especially when
does,
he gets
he's
an
going to
Aghanim's
get
like he
zoned
has
out.
now.
Yeah.
Oh.
But this could be a dead Witch Doctor. It's not quite enough damage, is it? Maybe with the punches.
Oh,
live!
God.
Live! No, he doesn't. So that tower actually going down earlier was quite big. It didn't feel like
it
such
really
a big
was,
deal,
yeah.
but now that's 2 free lanes.
And
Hook.
not only that, like that was the time in the game where basically Unknown were, like they were winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They had the team fight and they had Ursa, they had no Force Staffs, they had no Ghost
Look at
Scepters.
that. Look at that. That's a
Holy
15k
crap.
swing in that fight alone. Look how many kills that is. Game just blown wide open from that series of kills. And that's going to be GG. Burden just going to take the tier 3s, the tier 4s, and then the Ancient.
Whew.
Wow.
Middle tower has fallen.
Do they have one fight left in them? Ursa's up.
They don't have RP. I don't think they have a fight in them.
He's going to try and go for
Grant
it.
slapped the ball.
He can't. Sing Sing's just going to punch it down. Well played. Well played.
That was a way better game from basically Unknown though.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. They got some...
They really, I felt they had something that they could build on there. They did well, but just couldn't put it to bed. Lost too many fights there in the middle. And Ursa got kited too much. Clockwork was huge, I think, in that game. Not to mention, I mean, Maiden as well, and just able to kite the Ursa, prevent him from doing anything. That was a lot more fun than the first game.
Yeah, it really was. When they pushed top and there was an IO Tiny hitting bottom, like just using the hero well to stop their early aggression. Oh yeah, that was really
Yeah,
well played from
really good.
Burden.
Well played, Burden. So that's 2-0 for them. And basically Unknown,
They're not.
basically out.
Yeah, it's basically out. Yeah, sad times. It's
So-
good having you, Rise.
Yeah.
And boys.
Well played, lads. Definitely the second game, vast improvement on
Yeah.
the first, so they should be proud of that. Just couldn't execute at the end there. And like we said, as the game went on, Tiny and Gyro are going to start doing too much damage, become too hard to kill, especially the Tiny. I think Sing played brilliantly and just gave him too much trouble.
When you pick a hero like Ursa as well, it's like you have to win in the early game when they don't have all these utility items like the Ghost Scepters and Force Staffs. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to click
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. So, what do we do now?
We send it to commercials.
Okay, let's do that. See you guys in a bit.
Bye-bye.